They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet. Gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen. In Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. And hello, Mrs. Farmer.
Hi,
You look ravishing today.
You look very nice too, but what happened to the beard?
You lost your beard again.
Oh, man.
You know what's funny? What's funny is when we look at our Facebook page, somebody in the private messages, his name was Joe Hall. I think it was Joe B. Hall. He's from Waddy, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. He said, "You're right, he does look like Barry." And I don't know if that's good or bad. But regardless of that, today it's all about the pork. And we got some, sometimes we do some recipes we agonize about. Is this too easy?
Right.
And then we talk to people out at the store when we're shopping. But they'll say, I love that particular recipe that had 3 ingredients.
That I had in my house I can make.
Exactly.
Yes.
And sometimes we talk to people like our future daughter-in-law, Victoria, who just got engaged on that couch back there, who had no idea about certain things that they were so easy.
Right.
So sometimes we have to think outside the box and think, well, just because it's easy for us, maybe somebody never thought, well, I can just take that and make this.
And it's delicious.
Yeah. So we got one of those tonight. It's one of those that we've thought, we went back and forth, should we even show it? Because it's so easy, but it is delicious.
And everybody loves it when we make it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going to make a marinade. We don't do that very often. This is a real quick and easy marinade for pork chops. And we got plenty of pork chops.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to put this quick and easy marinade together. Now, the thing is about it, we have soy in there and we have lemon pepper. Mm-hmm. Now, do you remember the Dutch oven pork loin that we did with just lemon pepper? And that's amazing. All you need. Now, I cannot claim that recipe, and most recipes you get from somewhere else, right, or it's a series of things that you've gone through. But this particular recipe right here, I was visiting Jim Day and his wife, and she made that. You know the guy who makes the eagles?
Right.
Jim.
Amazing.
Him and his wife, wonderful people, good friends of ours. So she made this simple recipe, and I said, man, how did you season that? He said, lemon pepper.
That was it.
So we took the same idea, applied it to a Dutch oven, and it was fantabulous.
Mm-hmm. Now, fantabulous? That's a new word.
Fantabulous.
Okay.
I guess it's my word, so I can even say whatever I want. So, all right, we got a few quick ingredients. If you don't like to use beer, an alcoholic beverage, we understand. It's no big deal. You can put water, or you could even put maybe a white wine in there. So this is quick and easy. I'm going to take some brown sugar because it seems to me like with this recipe, and you're thinking brown sugar and lemon pepper? Well,
it's good.
It's pretty daggone good. So we've already got, I don't know, a tablespoon and a half. So let's go 2 tablespoons of lemon pepper. And I'll tell you what, if you want to cut me up some fresh garlic,
I will.
Into small pieces, we're going to go 1/3 cup of soy sauce. But this gives a nice salty flavor, and the lemon pepper, it's just, I don't know, it's really good. Let's put a little bit of a beer in there. Say, I don't know, 1/3 beer. And let's take some vegetable oil or canola oil, whatever you got, and let's put maybe, I don't know, 1/3 cup in there.
Do these need to be little or just to kind of soak in there?
Yeah, they're just going to soak in there. Okay. And how many cloves was that?
Actually, 4 small cloves.
But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to dump that into that.
Okay.
And pop those pork chops right in there. Pop them in the fridge for... Now, being that that's soy and the lemon pepper, I wouldn't let these go too long. I'd say maybe tops, hour and a half, 2 hours maximum, because that soy is going to get in there, and it's going to be pretty salty. So I wouldn't let it go. I wouldn't let it go overnight. Let's put it that way. Unless you like yours really, 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 really salty.
Let's keep turning a little bit.
Let's keep turning and set them in the fridge.
All right.
And we got several things planned tonight. The thing about living on a farm and having lots of animals Or in our case, some people have hundreds, thousands of animals. But
it's a lot for us.
It's a lot. We got a story we're going to share with you tonight because it's the reality of farming. It's a little disturbing, a little upsetting. So we're going to tell you a story that happened around here. After these set for about 2 hours, we're going to take those and put them over a hickory fire.
Yum.
And the last thing we're going to do tonight, we're going to close after we do everything outside. You're going to make one of the simplest recipes ever, but it's so delicious. You know what? How about some fried potatoes?
Yum.
And you know what goes along good with that?
What?
Let's harken back to where we did our baked beans on the big green egg. That smoke flavor. Mm-hmm. Oh my! Now you could do that over an open fire or Dutch oven.
That sounds good too.
But we're going to do some of that as well. So here's what we got. Here's what we got going: pork chops, and make sure you look up our baked beans recipe. It's delicious. And fried potatoes. Let's do that.
Just fried potatoes.
Over the open
Yum.
fire.
That's easy.
Just some little onion, salt, pepper,
butter.
Oh,
perfect.
That's what we'll do. So let's take our trip outside, visit with our little visitor, have a snack or a whole dinner, and then come back with your secret, wonderful, easy recipe.
Like a midnight snack.
Yeah. We'll be right back. All right, now I've put our pork chops on and the potatoes are off to the side. And look who we got here. The tiniest little fella. Now here's what happens a lot of times when everybody goes out into the general vicinity.
Right.
So he's out with everybody for the first time. Now a lot of times there's confusion and sometimes a little ram can be mean too. He's a ram. And long story short, kids sent a video, they were feeding him and I saw a video of him hobbling on his leg. They didn't even really notice.
Yeah.
But I thought, he's been hurt. So a lot of times when you release these young guys out into the general population, a ram or another sheep will butt them. If it tries to go, it's confused and can go, it goes to a mother that's not his, they'll butt him and butt him hard and knock him down. Well, apparently his leg was in the right position and one of them hit him right in the leg and broke his little leg. I mean, it was floppy.
Crunched.
So what we did is took 4 sticks, or actually 2 sticks and 2 plastic butter knives, and we taped him up so he's straight. Now the vet's coming, but he's getting around fairly good. Me and him got a lot in common right now. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's hurt. He's got his little cast. Look how cute.
And you know what? It's stabled him up, and we've got it tight enough to where it's not hurting him, but it's staying in position, keeping everything straight. Or hopefully in about 6 weeks, she may have something a little better than that. But so you see, he favors that leg, but it is straight.
It's all right. It's all right. You ready to go back to Mama? He's ready to go back to Mama.
Mrs. Farmer, it's been a long, pleasant day.
Yes, it has.
Even with gale force winds, we're going to have us some cowboy cooking. We got our beans that we talked about. And these are just red skins. You like to leave the skins on. I'm right there with you. And when you have these hickory, looky there.
Yum.
Now look at that. Is that not beautiful?
Yum. Bite?
Yes. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I want you to look at this golden brown loveliness.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that plate right there.
Can't eat it. It's too pretty.
Now, is that not cowboy cooking at its finest? That's a big plate of food. I guess what we'll probably have to do is go ahead and eat this. It's getting dark. We'll go back inside and we will show you the easiest but most delicious recipe. Your kids are going to love it. So let's eat this up. All right, not too long ago, we made homemade bologna.
Very good.
It was delicious. And we've had tens of thousands of views on that. And we want to give you a real quick reminder about making your own bologna in your own kitchen. Now, what was funny is we got, I don't know, hundreds of comments. The loaf shape actually makes sense. It's exactly the same shape as a slice of bread.
That's true.
With no wasted bread, unlike a round slice of bologna.
I like that.
Then we had other people say, well, it's not round and it's not exactly pink, and can I put it in the casings to make exactly like store bologna? And the whole point is, it's homemade.
Right.
We don't want it to look like store-bought bologna. Now, this was absolutely delicious, and when you know where it came from, everybody makes jokes about bologna is made from parts and pieces that you have no idea what it might be from. Well, we know where ours came from, and it's good stuff. So let's run a real quick, show you the process, quick and easy. Then we're gonna come back and make something even easier. We're gonna make bologna tonight. Now, it's not gonna look exactly like bologna, but it's gonna taste like it. We're gonna know where it came from. We're gonna know what's in it, and it's absolutely delicious. And you can slice it as thick as you want. Now, I experimented around, got the ingredients that I like, I got the spices that I like. Now, most of these are stuff you'll have in your cabinets. Some of them you might have to go out and buy, but you can find all of these. They're readily available. We're gonna also use dried milk, 1 cup of dried milk. We're gonna use ice. Now, a lot of times if you make sausage, you have to use ice in that to get that the right temperature and consistency for the meat. We're gonna use beef and pork, and this is 80% beef. Now, the pork has the fat in it, so we're gonna go that route. Now, I'm gonna need 3 pounds of beef and about 2 pounds of pork. Now, if Nikki was here helping me, we'd be mashing up in our hands, using potato mashers and all that. I'm gonna use the old KitchenAid here, and this is just about gonna fill this cat up. And it's really gonna mash everything up and get the flavors involved. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our meat, put it in this container. I've got a bread hook on here, and I experimented around until I get something that worked in here. I've measured all my spices and sugars out. Let me tell you exactly what you're gonna need, amounts. You're gonna need 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2.5 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoon of cardamom, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of sage, 3/4 a teaspoon of mace, allspice, and black pepper. Now, don't forget we have dry milk, 1 cup of that here. And as we mix this up, we're gonna put the meat in there first, then we're gonna add a little bit of ice here and there, and then we're gonna add the flavors and just mix that up and mix that up and mix it up. You ready to get started on our homemade bologna? Let me get some ice. Now, I'm gonna go about 3 pounds of beef and about 2 pounds of pork, ground pork. All right, here we go. We're gonna get this started. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ice. I'm gonna work that with a spoon. Go ahead and put my dry milk in there. Spread that around. We're going to start getting that consistency. Now we're going to keep adding little by little as we go along. This milk kind of acts as a binding agent, I think. Keep adding a little bit of ice here and there. A little moisture. Keeps everything firmed up. Now I tried this several different ways, and I actually took some. Now I like smoked bologna, so I took one and smoked it, and it was absolutely wonderful. So you can do smoked bologna. You've seen our smoke rolling outside. It's a beautiful thing. Now you can see right now we're starting to get a little change of consistency there. With the moisture and the dry milk, it's starting to bind together. At this point, I'm going to come back and start putting my spices in. Mix through it evenly, or unevenly, however I managed to get it in there. Keep on with the spices. It's starting to smell like bologna. Now in just a little while, you saw very recently, we had somebody over and we talked about medicinal plants. Jennifer told us a lot that day, but we have a lot more. So we're going to have part 2 of medicinal plants that you can find around just about anywhere. Now see what I'm saying? It's trying to crawl out of there. God, we're almost there. Now the consistency is kind of what you would probably expect it to be. Binds together very well. All right, we have our meat, which is bound together now very well. We're going to pull this out. All right, we've got that out. I'm going to set this out of the way. I've got my oven preheating on 275. Now I'm going to jam that in here into this pan. I'm going to shape it So now, obviously, it's not going to be the perfect round of bologna like you would see in the store, but it will rise and it will round at the top. We're going to put that in the oven as soon as we're preheated, 275, and that's going to take that about 3 hours to get that temperature around 155, 160 for the internal temperature. So have you a meat thermometer, always. Now the interesting thing about this is the texture. The texture is like salami. So I'm going to put that in here, shape it up. Now it's going to look like a meatloaf, but again, the consistency is nothing like that. And remember, we're going to make sandwiches out of this, so you want the end to where it stands up to where you can slice that. So you can make that kind of square on the end. It's going to be bologna. As soon as I wipe my hand off, I'm going to stick that in the oven. And let's watch the clock tick magically ahead. All right, now look what we got. This is a little salami roll I made the other day, but look at the texture of that. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Look how that looks when it's cut. Just like lunch meat. Now I'm gonna cut this bologna. It hasn't chilled. Normally I would chill this. I want you to see what it looks like. Oh, it smells heavenly. Now this is obviously a big thick slice, but that's the way I would put it on a sandwich. Turn this around and let you take a look at this. Is that not wonderful? It's bologna. But man, oh man, if you like bologna, you want to know where everything came from, give this a shot. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm Lardo.
And I'm Burley.
And we're the Moron Brothers. Got a frog in my throat. Well, down in Kentucky at an old country store, sitting round a pot-bellied stove, talking about the farm and talking about the war and talking about things we really love. One thing we really love is a big bologna sandwich, baked the good old boy southern kind of way. I know it sounds funny, if it wasn't for bologna, we wouldn't be here today. Now give me an onion and tomato, cheese, lettuce, mayo, a thick slice of bologna between my bread. Stomach is a-waiting, tongue's a-salivating, eat it slow, don't let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, you can even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I fling a craving on me brother. Now roast beef and turkey, summer sausage and jerky, pickle loaf, Dixie loaf and ham. Liverwurst is gummy, we ain't much on salami, but we are a little partial to spam. We've tried them all, brother, one time or another, always go back to the same thing. When it comes to cold cuts, they're all good, but bologna's still the king. Now give me an onion and tomato, cheese, lettuce, mayo, thick slice of bologna between my bread. Stomach is a-waiting, tongue a-salivating, eat it slow, don't let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, and even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want. Let me try this harp here, brother. Fried bologna in the morning, the biscuits and gravy, it sure makes life worthwhile. When them garden fresh tomatoes get ripe on the vine, makes me and my bologna smile. One time my wife took a bologna casserole to church. After that she was the talk of the town. All the women was fighting over her recipe, made the preacher's socks go up and down. Now give me an onion and tomato, cheese, lettuce, mayo, thick slice of bologna with my bread. Stomach is awaiting, tongue to salivating, eat it slow, let it go to your head. Your inside will be tickled, you can even have it pickled. Bologna salad sure is fine. I want a big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want mine. A big bologna sandwich at an old country store. Lord have mercy, that's the way I want mine. That's no bologna.
You're full of bologna.
So, if there's a chance that you have any leftover bologna, which never happens.
Right. I stole some of yours, though.
But you stole some of mine. Why don't you make your famous, super easy bologna spread?
This is something that my mom always made at a church function if you had to bring a little side dish for those.
Oh, so this is your mom's recipe?
Yes, my mom's recipe.
I thought it was yours.
Bologna spread. Well,
Okay,
I love
just
it.
kidding.
But anyways, I took your bologna, I put it in little chunks for myself.
Yeah.
I cut it up because it'll chop it. And just use a food processor. It's very simple. Mayo.
And you know, again, this is one of those things that we make so many really, really easy stuff. So you're just kind of gauging.
Yeah, you just kind of do what you want. I'm putting 2 tablespoons in. We'll see how it looks. A little bit of mustard. In fact, we made this when Santa was here, remember? And all the kids and everybody loved it.
Now you could actually dip this on a cracker, or
Yeah.
you can put it on bread and make a big sandwich out of
That's
it.
by a teaspoon. And then your mom's chow chow. Gotta have that. That's one of my favorite things in all recipes. And we'll taste it and see if we need more. So I'm gonna put about a tablespoon in there for now.
And this, if I had to guess, this is just enough for us. But if I had to guess, that's probably about 3/4 of a pound.
Probably. We might add some more. Let's see how it looks. All right, let's add some more bologna.
Okay. Looks like egg salad right now.
Yes, it does.
Man, this is tasty stuff. I love this. My mouth's watering. It's the right
What do you
color
think?
now. A little while
Yes.
ago, you just kept adding bologna.
Now you can use regular bologna too.
Now, our
This
bologna
better.
is a little bit harder than regular bologna, so it took a little longer. Oh, look at
What do you
that.
think?
And the best part about this is man, oh man.
You want it big and
I guess so.
there's some little chunks in there. You like chunks, don't you?
Yeah. Now, see, that looks like a little bit of heaven to me. I've already eaten dinner. This is dessert, right?
Well, so usually you just cut it in squares and put it on a plate, and it's like a little appetizer. What do you think? Bologna spread. And the chow chow makes it good. Pretty simple.
Wow. Let's give a shout out to Coralie and Charlie
Hi,
in
Coralie
Indiana.
and Charlie. I love them.
They're good people.
Talk to them about once a month.
There's
usually.
some of our Country Kitchen family.
That's right.
And we got a bunch of them out there. You know what? This was really delicious. And if you wanted more recipes or how-tos or stuff like that, where would you go?
I actually go to timfarmerscountryKitchen.com because I forget what we did, and I look up the recipes and make
And,
them.
you know,
I do.
sometimes we never measure anything, so
That's right.
sometimes if it gets somebody asks us, we say, well, here's the specifics,
Right.
because now we have to measure things out to show you so we can get the proper ingredients. So, yeah, you can go there. You can also go to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page, chat with us, talk to us, share recipes, all kinds of fun stuff. Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page, hit like, and you'll be our friend and part of our family on there. Well, it is all about
Good times
good friends.
and good eats.
We'll see you next week on a brand new Tim Farmer's Country
I
Kitchen.
might have a little more sandwich.
I think you should.
To order a cookbook or DVD of the show, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com. Special thanks to CKY, Canoe, Kentucky, Furniture World Superstore, Housewarmings, Lodge Cast Iron, Tater Knob Pottery and Farm,